Nestled in the heart of northwest Montana lies a stretch of mountains 35 miles long and 4 miles wide. These mountains are one of the last untamed areas in the lower 48 states. With 94,000 acres of rugged terrain, dense forest, and hidden trails, adventure awaits. This is the Cabinet Mountains Wilderness. And these mountains, well, they're my playground. Hey everybody out there in YouTube wasteland, it's your good old pal Jess, and we are HYOH-WU! Hike your own hike with us. We are headed into Falls Creek Lakes, yet another unvideographed lake to get into. There's probably a reason. There's no guarantees I'm even gonna make it down into the lake. The thing that's a bit scary about this adventure is that if we hit the ridgeline and we can't get down to the lake, we may run out of water. And that's always scary and a bit sucky. All right, after 8.75 miles, we have made it to the wilderness boundary. Let's talk about how I have a tie-in with this trail. It's a pretty cool story. Let's go check it out. Come on, buddy. So here's the cool thing about this particular campsite and why I have a tie-in with it. So back in 1964, when the cabinets became part of the wilderness sanction, and let's just go with that, the Forest Service, from my understanding, got funding to start building trails, to maintain the trails, and my dad worked for the Forest Service at that time. And they're building the trails up into the Cabinet Divide, and they made it to the wilderness boundary, and this is where they made the camp. The reason why they had to make a camp here is because we all know that there is no motorized vehicles or equipment past the wilderness boundaries, including drones. How cool is that I'm standing on a place that my dad helped build? You know what we're gonna call this? We're gonna call it Art's Place from now on. Yep, Art's Place. Boom. That's not good. The stream I was counting on to be here is gone. That could be dire at the top. I think we got about 2 liters of water left. trail is a grind. We've gained the ridge and we got about a mile before we start dropping down into the lake. We have to find a safe spot in which to do so. Water supply is running low. Blitz has 16 ounces left. I have about 16 ounces left and a soda. We're gonna do this. We're past the point of no return, baby. So I found two little camp spots near the top of Taylor Peak there. Not very good camp spots, no water, and there's no view. So I scouted out the area, went and looked up, and it's steep, and I deem it very dangerous, like an accident could happen. We're in a bad spot, and what I mean by that is we have about a liter of water. I'd say probably under a liter of water between me and Blitz. It's 6 p.m. and we have 12.5 miles to get out before dark. I would just camp up on the ridge, but we don't have any water. My feet feel blistered. We're in a bad way. So, this isn't a failure. Once again, this is learning. I'll go home, regroup, and try to attack it a different way. I have to. It's gonna end up being 25 miles in one day. I've never done such a thing. Okay, probably won't be any filming. Peace out. All right, it is 10:10 p.m. Made it back to the Jeep. Had to use the flashlight to get back. 25.5 miles, over 50,000 steps. It's a long day. It was a long day. Exhausted. I need a burger, but I don't think any place is open. Go home, sleep, get up, back to the drawing board, how to get back to this lake. Probably won't be this year, next year. I hate this Taylor Peak trail. I really do. It's just because there's no scenery. It's just a trail. Why, good morning from the Cabinet Divide North Trail. Blitz and I got into Upper Cedar Lakes last night and camped. Mosquitos are off the hook, and decided to take this trail because it's a little bit shorter. However, anybody that watches the channel knows that I have a fear of heights. Yes, I have been working on it. And on this trail is the granddaddy test of them all. There's a footbridge with a 700-foot drop. And the last time I was on this, I was with Mountain Wander, my friend Aaron, and a couple of other people. And I came around the corner, saw that, my knees buckled, and I cried like a little girl. I ain't afraid to admit it. My friend Aaron hadn't helped me across, so I'm feeling pretty dang confident I won't have an issue with it today. I'm just gonna keep my head down and focus on the trail. effing did it, dudes and dudettes. Across the bridge. And to me, that's a major milestone. Last time I crossed that, I was crying out of fear, and now I'm just kind of crying, just thinking of how far I've come. The funny thing about the fear of heights isn't the fear of falling necessarily, but the compulsion to jump. To look down into the void and you think about people you lost, the loved ones that you've lost, and you want to join them. And it's not suicide or whatever like that. It's actually a thing. It's called the call of the void. And for me to be able to do that and even stand right here, for me, it's a small victory, but it feels effing huge, and I'm glad that I could share that with you guys. Freaking baby. All right, let's get to this lake. It appears that I found the bottom of Paul Bunyan's boot. I believe also this is the gravesite. He is buried upside down, and the only thing that's sticking out is the bottom of his boot. Paul Bunyan's boot. That's what we're going to call this. It belongs in a museum. All right, we have made it to the top of this little peak. Really nice views. You can even see Troy from up here. Wow. Nice views of Scotchman Peaks. Wow. You can even see the Cabinet Divide North Trail I was on from here. Woo. And now the idea is to start following this ridge line, see if we can't side hill down into the smaller of the two lakes and maybe camp there. We're there, baby. Hell yeah. We're there. Woo! All right, we made it to Falls Creek Lake. Hell yeah, it's 2 p.m. Blitz was thirsty, even though we did stop a couple times for some water. I don't blame him, I'm thirsty too. I think we might look right over there, see if we can't find a camp spot. The other issue, I'm not seeing a really good place to hang a bear bag as of yet. And this is why I'm really starting to think about going to a bear canister. You get up into these higher lakes, it's just harder and harder to find a good bear bag hanging tree. So that extra pound and a quarter that a bear container may weigh, it might be worth the hassle. Super stoked, super stoked. All right, let's go try to find a place to set up camp.
Well.
Another fire ring built for you to use. You are welcome. Too many tries, no ding dong. Boo. The cool thing about these two lakes right here is they flow down this drainage to Falls Creek Falls, and they're pretty impressive falls. And I want to say that this is the headwaters to Savage Lake down below. I could be wrong, I very well could be wrong, but I believe it is. But it's pretty amazing. That's one of the main reasons I wanted to get up here, is everybody's seen Falls Creek Falls, but not everybody has seen the lakes where the water comes from to make the falls. So I thought it would be pretty cool for everybody to see. Good morning, day 2 from Upper Falls Creek Lake. It's 5:30 a.m. The mosquitoes are just horrendous, and like I said, I have no bug net. I am doused with friggin' mosquito dope. Not looking forward to going up that first thing in the morning. No coffee needed. Whew. Well, Upper Falls Creek Lake, I will see you and all your mosquitoes later. It is time to have a burger. Definitely earning the calories today, that's for dang sure. The Cabinet Mountains do not disappoint. Whew. Oh, son of a bitch. Kicked my ass.